Sailing stones, or sliding rocks, are a phenomenon where rocks move and make long tracks along a smooth valley floor without intervention. Stones sometimes turn over, exposing another edge to the ground and leaving a different track in the stone's wake. Trails differ in both direction and length. Rocks that start next to each other may travel parallel for a time, before one abruptly changes direction to the left, right, or even back to the direction from which it came. Trail length also varies. Two similarly sized and shaped rocks may travel uniformly, then one could move ahead or stop in its tracks.
20.
A fire whirl, also known as a fire devil, or fire tornado, is a whirlwind introduced by fire and then often made up of flame or ash. Fire whirls may occur when intense rising heat and turbulent wind conditions combine to form whirling tornadoes of air.
19.
Rainbow eucalyptus is a tall tree and is the only eucalyptus species found naturally in the northern hemisphere. The unique bark is the most distinctive feature of the tree. Patches of outer bark are shed annually at different times, showing a bright green inner bark. This then darkens and matures to give blue, purple, orange, and then maroon tones. They grow 6 feet wide and over 200 feet tall.
18.
Lake Natron in Tanzania is one of the most serene lakes in Africa, but it's also the source of some of the most incredibly haunting photographs ever captured. Images that look as though living animals had instantly turned to stone. The alkaline water in Lake Natron is so caustic it can burn the skin and eyes of animals that aren't adapted to it. And deposits of sodium carbonate, which was once used in Egyptian mummification, also acts as a fantastic type of preservative for those animals unlucky enough to die in the lake.
17.
Raining animals is a rare phenomenon in which flightless animals rain from the sky. Such occurrences have been reported in many countries throughout history. One reason offered to explain this phenomenon is that tornadoes sometimes pick up creatures such as fish or frogs and carry them for up to several miles. However, this primary aspect of the phenomenon has never been witnessed.
16.
Lenticular clouds are lens-shaped clouds that form in the sky. Because of their shape, they've been offered as an explanation for some UFO sightings.
15.
Living rocks are an organism that somewhat resembles a rock that is alive. It's a filter feeder that eats by sucking in seawater and filtering out microorganisms. They're born male, but also become female later in life, and reproduces by tossing clouds of sperm and eggs into the surrounding water. If it's alone, it will procreate by self-fertilization.
14.
An ant mill is a phenomenon in which a group of army ants, which are blind, are separated from the main foraging party, lose their pheromone track, and begin to follow one another, forming a continuously rotating circle. The ants will eventually die of exhaustion. This phenomenon is a side effect of the self-organizing structure of ant colonies. Each ant follows the ant in front of it, and this will work until something goes wrong and an ant mill forms.
13.
The sardine run of southern Africa occurs from May through July, when billions of sardines spawn and move northward along the east coast of South Africa. Their sheer numbers create a feeding frenzy along the coastline. The run, containing millions of individual sardines, could rival East Africa's great wildebeest migration. However, little is known of the phenomenon. It is believed that the water temperature has to drop below 21 degrees Celsius in order for the migration to take place. The shoals are often more than 7 kilometers long, 1.5 kilometers wide, and 30 meters deep, and are clearly visible from spotter planes or from the surface. Sardines group together when they're threatened.
12.
Bioluminescence is a production and emission of light by a living organism. Bioluminescence occurs widely in marine life, as well as in some fungi, including some bacteria and animals, such as fireflies.
11.
Basalt columns are natural rock formations created by the rapid cooling of lava on the Earth's surface millions of years ago. Unweathered basalt is black, but after thousands of years of weathering, many more beautiful colors evolve.
10.
The Moraki boulders are unusually large and spherical boulders lying along a stretch of beach in New Zealand. The erosion by wave action of mudstone, comprising local bedrock and landslides, frequently exposes embedded isolated boulders. Local Maori legends explain the boulders as the remains of eel baskets, calabashes, and Kumara washed ashore from the wreck of Arai Tai Uru, a large sailing canoe. This legend tells of the rocky shoals that extend seaward from Shag Point as being the petrified hull of this wreck, and a nearby rocky promontory as being the body of the canoe's captain.
9.
The Grand Prismatic Spring in Yellowstone National Park is the largest hot spring in the United States and the third largest in the world. It is located in the Midway Geyser Basin. Grand Prismatic Spring was noted by geologists working in the Hayden Geological Survey of 1871. Its colors match the rainbow dispersion of white light by an optical prism: red, orange, yellow, green, and blue.
8.
The Catatumbo lightning is an atmospheric phenomenon in Venezuela. It occurs only over the mouth of the Catatumbo River. The frequent, powerful flashes of lightning over this relatively small area are considered to be the world's largest single generator of ozone gases. It originates from a mass of storm clouds and occurs during 140 to 160 nights a year, 10 hours per day and up to 280 times per hour. After appearing continuously for centuries, the lightning ceased from January to April 2010, apparently due to drought, temporarily raising fears that it might have been extinguished permanently.
7.
It's believed that the huge web is formed during a perfect storm of weather conditions when the air is dense with flying insects, making it easier for spiders to catch their prey.
6.
Giant Crystal Cave is a cave 300 meters below the surface of Mexico. The main chamber contains giant selenite crystals, some of the largest natural crystals ever found. The cave's largest crystal found to date is 12 meters and 55 tons in weight. The cave is extremely hot, with air temperatures reaching up to 58 degrees Celsius with 90 to 99% humidity. The cave is relatively unexplored due to these factors. Without proper protection, people can only endure approximately 10 minutes of exposure at a time.
5.
The Christmas Island red crab is a species of land crab that is a habitant to Christmas Island. Although restricted to a relatively small area, it's been estimated that 43.7 million adult red crabs once lived on Christmas Island, but the accidental introduction of the yellow crazy ant is believed to have killed about 10 to 15 million of these in recent years. Christmas Island red crabs are well known for their annual mass migration to sea to lay their eggs in the ocean.
4.
The Great Blue Hole is a large submarine sinkhole off the coast of Belize. It lies near the center of the Lighthouse Reef, 70 kilometers from the mainland and Belize City. The hole is circular in shape, over 300 meters across and 124 meters deep. The Great Blue Hole is a part of the larger Belize Barrier Reef Reserve System, a World Heritage Site of the United Nations.
3.
They've been called the crop circles of the ocean floor. 7-foot diameter patterned circles, but their origin was an enigma, and local divers termed them mystery circles. The mystery persisted until 2011 when the culprit, a male pufferfish just 5 inches long, was finally caught in the act. And recently, scientists studied the process of how the species creates these elaborate designs in order to woo females.
2.
Sundogs, mock suns, or phantom suns, are an atmospheric phenomenon that consists of a pair of bright spots on either side of the sun, often co-occurring with a luminous ring known as a 22-degree halo.
1.
A corona, or crown, is an aura of plasma that surrounds the sun and other stars. The sun's corona extends millions of kilometers into space and is most easily seen during a total solar eclipse, but it's also observable with a telescope.
Thanks for watching another amazing video, folks. Subscribe for more from Elite Facts.